Okay, so they're in the house Mars, and Cassie's like, "Hey guys, let's just play a little game. You know, I'm a little bored. Let's just play a game. Let's say who we killed to get here." So Cassius says who we killed, waiting for everyone else to say it because he wants to know who killed his baby brother. Cassius and Daryl are still cool. Daryl's not saying a word. He knows what Cassius is on. But the thing is, Cassius and Daryl, they're getting along. They're good friends now. They're spending the days in this game. You know, they're brothers. Their other brother is Rope, the poet. So they're all good friends, and as they take houses together, they kind of see that Daryl is best suited to be the Primus. And you get Primus by just doing good, leading the house. It's not really like voted on the. It's like the higher ups kind of tell you, in a way, I guess. So in House Mars, before Dale can take over, there's this guy named Titus, and he's really on some nonsense. He has his own group of people that aren't on Daryl's side. They kind of respect Titus more. Cassius kind of wants to test them because they mess with some girls. They doing some wild stuff. He goes to check them. They jump him. They pee on him. Nobody's respecting Cassius at all. Yeah, Daryl kind of handles the situation, and they kind of look at Daryl as like a pseudo Primus. So he kind of has to handle Titus. Handle as in handle him, because he's wild and he's like he's doing the worst you could do to women. You know what I'm saying? He's doing some crazy stuff. So Daryl has a moment to talk to Titus, and he's like, "Okay, what's up, Titus? Like, what made you want to do that to those women? Like, they're your own kind. What's wrong with you?" He said, "What? They did it first. I thought you were like me, but you changed, man." Daryl steps back. He stumbles back. He's like, "What? What do you mean by that? They did it first. What are you talking about?" And then he remembers something Titus said. He said, "Bloody damn." That's not gold lingo. That's red lingo. He's like, Titus is the same as me. He's been carved from a red to a gold. He knows it. He knows it. But he's like, I still gotta handle this man. If I don't, these people are not gonna respect me. I have to kill him. I have to sentence him to death, you know? But the thing is, this boy Titus then disrespected Cassius. So Daryl's like, all right, my boy, he needs to get his get back where people respect him. And I can pin Julius's death. Julian's? Julian's death on Titus. And I'll be straight. So that's what he does. He, instead of handling Titus himself, he lets Cassius kill Titus in front of everybody. And Cassius, he does him so dirty. It's supposed to be a nice, clean execution. None of that. One thing that happened though was people respecting Cassius again. Now the thing is, as Daryl's doing his come up, he becomes good friends with Severo, and Severo, he's outsider to his people. You know what I'm saying? Almost all the classmates don't like him for real. They think he's weird. They call him Goblin. Okay, but the thing about Severo is he's outside a lot, and he ends up forming this group called the Howlers. Okay? The Howlers are some of the best. They like on some Ombu Black Ops stuff. You know what I'm saying? They are Daryl's shadow. You know what I'm saying? They handle stuff that can't be handled in the public. And they handle stuff that can be handled in the public. They do everything. Okay? Just know they're a real good group of people. And most of them are short. The first big battle they have, I mean, there's this one house they're going back and forth with, but that house sucks. The big battle they have is with House Minerva. And House Minerva is where Mustang, aka Virginia, is at. So Daryl, Cassius, and the group, they go bang out with Virginia and them. There's a big guy, big gold. He's the biggest obsidian. They call him Pax. Okay? Daryl and Pax are literally banging out on the battlefield. I think he like popped one of Pax's ball sacks. I think. So like Pax really hates this man. So they go bang out. Long story short, they win against House Minerva, but Mustang gets away. Now, a little time after that, they hear about this person called the Jackal. And the Jackal is from House Pluto. And people gassing up the Jackal. But the Jackal has a little homie that slides on over to House Mars where Daryl and them are at. And they're like, hey, the Jackal has this tape or this thing for Cassius. Doesn't say too much about that. Daryl's like, wait a minute. What is that? How did they even get that? We're in a game. He knows something is up. But the real question is, what is that? Daryl assumes that it's a tape of him killing Julian, which would make Cassius want to kill him. So, we get to what Cassius saw in this little thing he got. Now, you would think, hey, Daryl and him are boys. Maybe, like, he'll trust them to not look at it, because it could be a trap, you know? But no, Daryl's like, hey, Sebro, steal that junk from Cassius. I don't got no time to play with that. Just steal it. Don't worry about what's in it. Don't ask no questions. Sebro's like, okay, man. You know me, bro. I'm down for you. I ain't gonna ask no questions. Sebro tries to steal it. Doesn't work out. And Cassius ends up seeing what's on there. And it is what I said. It is Daryl killing Julie. So Cassius is like, hey man, let's just go out for a run real quick. Let's just handle some business. Let's just go out real quick. Daryl's like, okay man, let's slide out. Runs out and yeah, it's a duel. It's a duel. There's nothing out there. He wants to kill Daryl. So the thing about Cassius is he's actually an amazing fighter. I know Titus like whooped him, jumped him, peed on him. They jumped him, man. It ain't no one-on-ones. Cassius is probably the best one-on-one fighter in all the classes, honestly. I really think he is. So he whoops Daryl badly, leaves him for dead. But you know how Virginia, aka Mustang, got away? Well, she comes back and she kind of nurses Daryl back to health. And they're with each other for a good amount of time. And around this time, Daryl's understanding the game is rigged. And he's talking to his house leader. The house leader is telling him this game is rigged for the Jackal. That's how he even got the stuff. And the Jackal is the son of Nero Augustus. So that makes Daryl mad. He's like, okay, is that how we're playing? So people that's cheating, you can't do nothing for me. And House Mars leader's like, nah, I can't really, but like, don't do nothing crazy. Daryl doesn't listen. He's like, okay, I want to win this game bad. So with Virginia, they have this plan to like get people that have lost and not make them slaves, because being a slave kind of like humiliates you, and that will make these people have respect for them, and they'll like build their own collective group outside of all the houses. So that's really what they do. They take over houses on the low with the help of the Howlers, because Cerebral's not messing with House Mars, as you know. So they get a lot of solid people on their team. They get this guy named Tactus. He's like a mix of Cassius and Titus. Like, he on that disrespectful, trying to do whatever he wants, like Titus, but then he has that high gold standard, like Cassius. But he doesn't like being told what to do. So as they're forming this group, Titus is really checking Daryl, and he tries to, do the do's with a girl. And Daryl's like, here we go again. I handled that situation bad last time. What can I do to make him listen without forcing him? So what he does is he makes Tactus whip him. He said, if you do some nonsense, it's reflected on me. So I'm going to take the punishment for you. 2, I'm going to whip you, and I'm going to take the whippings. This man, Tactus, he's confused. He don't even want to whip there. He's like, okay, hey, Pax. Yeah, they got Pax on the crew. Pax is swinging that joint on him. They see Daryl's back get tore up, and they respect him even more. And Tactus respects him. So that's kind of how, Virginia and Daryl are moving with this group. And they're slowly inching closer to the Jackal. But before that, Daryl learns that 2 house leaders are heavily helping the Jackal. Who are they? Shoot, I don't remember. Let me check real quick. I know one is Apollo. Maybe the second is Ceres. Just know 2 houses, okay? Apollo tries to get Daryl killed by sending like a bear out for him and some traps. He's really interfering with the game heavy. And that's because you don't want to go home. When your house gets taken, you as a house leader or a proctor for your house, you gotta get out of here. They're all up in the sky in this place called Olympus, just looking down on the game. And this game is being recorded too. So they're like editing the recordings to help the Jackal even more. And they're really like finessing the game for him. That makes Daryl mad. He's like, forget that. So he's talking to House Mars Proctor, named Fitchner. Okay, there we go. Fitchner. Fitchner's like, hey man, like, you're doing good. Like, you're the underdog, but just don't test the Jackal. They're not gonna let you win. Like, you're gonna get a good internship after this. Just chill. Daryl's like, no, I want to win. They can't just think they can just do this and get away with it. So we got 2 houses left. We got House Mars that Daryl wants to take back. And then we got the Jackal's house. Daryl goes on over to Mars. There is so much infighting that he just pulls up for real. And they know his name. Why? Because they gave him the nickname the Reaper. So boys know his name. They know his clout. Everybody in House Mars knows his clout. So they go on over to, not they, it was really just Daryl. Daryl goes on over to House Mars and he sees Cassius. Cassius is not a good leader. So he kind of just gives him the little stick thing I was telling you about that like makes them slaves, and he's like, all right, you got it. But spit some blood in his face. We still gotta fight about my baby brother. So, just like that, he takes Mars. While he's taking Mars, he told Virginia to chase after the Jackal. Now, I forgot to add, before they even went to Mars, they went to go press the Jackal. Jackal's acting like some innocent kid. They pull up. They're like, hey, yeah, we're here to take your house. But like their house looking really weak for some reason. So Daryl's fooling it with this little weak kid. You know, they're drinking, having a good time. Mustang pulls up. She's like, hey, I got something. So he's like, nah, man, I'm chilling with the bros. Like, leave for later. Little weak kid ends up being the Jackal. Daryl presses him. Boom! Stabs his hand to the table. He's like, oh, you want to get out? Then cut your hand out. If you really about it. That's where he sees that Jackal's different. Because the Jackal's like, oh, well, it's just a hand. Cuts that joint off. Right when that happens, the Proctors come over and they're feared. And during that, the Jackal runs up on Daryl, but Pax saves him. He stabs and kills Pax and gets away with it, and he starts running. So, Daryl and the Howlers press up on the Jackal. Jackal's hitting feet, but who stops them? The Proctor, House Apollo himself. Daryl's like, alright, I'm done with this. He kills the Proctor and takes his grab boots. They're like space boots. They're like, you could fly with them. And he's like, I'm done with all of this. Let's go up to Olympus and take that joint. So he passes Howler some grab boots. They all fly up there. They're bringing reinforcements. They're just whooping on the Proctors. So yeah. While he's doing that, tells Mustang to go and get the Jackal. But he learns that Virginia, aka Mustang, is twin brothers or siblings, aka twins, with the Jackal. So he's like, did she betray me? Why didn't she say nothing? So he's getting ready for war with her because he thinks she's gonna finesse. She doesn't finesse. She's a real one. So she pulls up, has the Jackal naked, tied up. She's like, oh, here you go. And yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you he's my brother. I just don't see him as a brother either way. So that's how Daryl wins the Institute. So all the ships come down. This is after Institute. And the Bolognas are there. and Nero Augustus is there because his children are there. So Nero and Daryl have a talk, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you did some good work. Don't tell nobody about my cheating." And they kind of like make this pact where Daryl doesn't say nothing about the cheating, and Augustus gives him an internship. And why does Daryl take this? Because he wants to kill Augustus, and Augustus has a lot of power. And, the Bologna are going to want to kill him. So why not get with the rival op? So, that is what happens. Daryl gets an internship with the person that killed his wife. And the person that is children with the girl he's messing with and the jackal. So that's how we end book 1. Absolutely amazing. I am halfway through with book 2. I think I'm gonna wait to finish the whole book before I even make a whole talk about this. I know this talk was all over the place, but just read the book, man. I'm doing this raw. Just read the book. But thank you for listening to my talk. I will be done with Golden Sun by probably end of this week, maybe next week. So I'll probably make a video about it in the next 2 weeks. I'll catch you then.